everyone. How are we doing today? Oh my gosh, I hope you can see me. I feel like I'm a zillion miles away from my desk. Let's see how we are doing on here, and then I will adjust the camera if we need to before we start going. Trying to find it. Here we are. All right. I'm going to move the camera a little bit, I think. I kind of moved things around while I've been chalking this last week or so, and that camera stand got moved a little bit. So, all right. Hey, I've been busy chalking. I feel like I didn't get as much done as I wanted to this last week, but I had to watch the kids Tuesday and Thursday this week. Last week it was more. Yeah, today's Friday. So I'll show you what I've been doing. I didn't do lives on these projects except for this board here. I think this was my last live I did. So I'll show that to you real quick and try to explain it a little bit. And then I'm going to do a quick and easy project with this new board right here that I won through Couture. I won it in a art contest. So they sent that to me, and it's the big Sylvie 18 by 24. So I've got a large transfer we're going to work on real quick. And then I have got to clean my house. Well, let's just say I need to put away my Couture stuff. I kind of have it all over, like upstairs in the living room. I still have boxes setting out, and not just chalking, but not just Couture stuff, but I also order wholesale from a craft company, so I have those supplies sitting around. And then down here, I kind of spread it all out, so while I'm working, I can see things. I'm a visual, so I need to see it so I can remember, hey, I need to do something with that. So I've got to get busy because tonight, yesterday was my husband's birthday, and tonight the kids, well, I don't think my son's coming over. He's got to work, or he's got to be on call. He lives about an hour and 20 minutes away, so he's not coming, but the girls are coming with the grandkids and their hubbies, so for dinner. So I've got to get going, get to the grocery store, all that good stuff. So say hi if you're watching. I would love to say hello to you. Hi, Kim. Hi, Joyce. Kim, Darla, Tammy. Hi, guys. In case you're watching for the first time, I'm Robin with Odessa Rose Creates. I'm an independent Couture designer. I'm located in Omaha, Nebraska, originally from across the river in Iowa, so I talk a lot about Iowa because I feel that's my home state. And yeah, so if you haven't heard of Couture, it's a new craft. Well, the company has been public for 3 years now. It's reusable silk screen transfers that we use Chalkology chalk paste on, which is removable from chalkboards. So you can wash it off. It dries. When it dries, you can touch it. It doesn't come off on your fingers or ruin the design or anything when it's dried and hardened. And then if you want to change it out, you just water it down a little bit, scrape it off, wash your board, and then you can recreate over and over and over for different seasons or different occasions that maybe you want to celebrate in your home. Also, you can use them to make permanent artwork, so which is what I do a lot, and I sell my artwork. So if you ever are interested in any of the pieces that you see on my page here, just give me a shout out and I'll shoot you the price. And also I have a shop page. You can click on shop, and that'll go to different items that I have listed in the shop page. But if you don't see something there, just ask, and I'll be willing to let you know if it's still available. Okay? So I'll go through some of the projects I done last week. This was the This was a wood cutout that I purchased, and then I painted and chalked the woven plaid on it. We did the gathering place. I did not do the extra words that were down here on that transfer. Well, first I did the leaves. Forgot about the leaves. That was the first thing I did. That was the new autumn leaf transfer. I don't remember the exact name of it. And it's an 18 by 18, so I had to kind of piece in the extra few inches of it. So I just kind of worked it in. Yeah. And I did that with 2 colors. Oh, I forgot the new Dune and what's the new off-white cream color. I did both those. Anyway, I did that on live, so you can go back and watch all that. And then I used that little crow from October 31. So that was that piece. That was on a repurposed sign that I bought on clearance and painted it out and redid. Okay, so then I went to my paper mache. Pumpkins and leaves, and these are just paper mache. You know, the craft stores are full of paper mache shapes, and you never know what to do with them, but you just paint them and chalk them like you would on wood. So I've done leaves, and I didn't do those on live, but if you go back to my history of videos, I did do a live. These are paper mache too. So basically it's the same idea. Paint and chalk. Paint and chalk. Okay, so I have leaves and pumpkins, and here are some of the leaves I've done. This looks Halloweenish, but actually it's for just fall in general, or Thanksgiving, I guess. Eat, drink, and give thanks. I did that. I don't know if you can see that color. I did it in black. I painted it in black first, I think. I don't think I painted this side in black. I don't remember how I do things. I just do them, and how they come out is how they come out. So there's no set direction. I do find that if I put a base coat of my fusion mineral paint, whether I do the white or the black, you're not wasting a lot of either chalk paste watered down coloring or acrylic craft paint coloring. You're not wasting a lot of paint if you kind of prime it first with I use fusion mineral paint, but I think you could just use a latex wall paint, and that just keeps from that inexpensive craft paint from absorbing into that paper. But hey, if that's the look you want, I mean, maybe it's not a bad look, because it kind of can look antique-y too if you just do it right on the paper. But if you're really wanting some intense color, you want to prime it first with, like I said, I use my fusion mineral paint. But, and then I kind of top coat it with another color. That's how I got the veining up, kind of like of the leaves, and antiquing, like I'll do it here on the edge here. So I just use a lot of paints and a lot of colors. Don't ask me what colors, because I don't pay attention. I just look at the color and use it. I don't take note of what I use. This was just painted in the Fusion Mineral Raw Silk color, and then I silk screened on the large Buffalo Plaid in just a little slightly darker color, and then transferred on this. And I did do 2 colors on this transfer. There's a little bit of gray and a little bit of brown in that. So hopefully you can see that. So these are nice, and they're wide, so they will sit on their own, which is cool. This one also, just lots of colors. I like to do the edge a lot of times in a contrasting color, just to give it a little bit more depth. And then I figured out, where I'm going to stain it like that, so I want my transfer to be able to read them. Both these are setting different ways, as you can see. But I just, I set them on my desk and then line up my transfer so they are level. So that's how I do those. So just have fun with paint. I mean, I always say, even when you're painting your house, your walls, it's just paint. You can always paint over it. And the same goes with these guys. If you don't like it, just paint over it. Then I moved on to some pumpkins. This one I did a little bit Halloween with some leopard, using scrapbook paper. The 31, which is the same transfer that I got that crow from. This was a new Halloween transfer. Had to go out to the craft store and get some leopard ribbon. I didn't have any, so I had to go get some. I bought this black stuff too. Actually, I bought several new ribbons. This brown ribbon was new. Tie those on. This was a little wooden cutout from the dollar store, and painted that black and attached that on, and just basically I just painted it black and then chalked and add the paper. Add the paper first, then chalked. But so that was a fun little Halloween one. This one I painted, I think, the white on first, and then just did different shades of orange and browns, a little bit of a yellow gold, and just brush stroked it so it looked like the curves of the pumpkin. Made a little wooden tag. I glued that on, and then of course chalked on these. This was from a Family Isn't Everything or something like that. I just used the family banner on it. This was the eucalyptus transfer. Again, attached a ribbon. And then when I get done chalking, I wax these so it feels more like it's finished. So I do put wax over the top. So there's some good showing of the streaking that I did with the paint and brush. So just using craft paint. I did put down the mineral paint first, and then use the craft paint in strokes of probably 3 different shades. A pumpkin color, a brown, and more of a yellow, golden, probably like, what do we call it? Curry color, like a mustard yellow, and gave those highlights. So there's those. And then this one, I don't think I posted anything about it on Facebook yet. I love my greens and turquoises and blues, so I did this one. The back, make sure you see the lines, because they do have green pumpkins now. This one grew, you know, kind of more blue, but put that same transfer that I did on that scarecrow board, the leaves, and I used the 2 gold shimmers. We have the, you know, the traditional gold shimmer, and then we have that new, is it Harvest shimmer? I used mixture or blotches of both of that on there, so you have kind of highs and lows. And added a bow. So those are those pumpkins. And most of these I've got, I'm starting to do on Facebook and Instagram my design with a room in mind. So I've got those all set up with rooms in mind, and my cutting boards. I did those first before I did one of them I gave to my sister for her birthday, but these were the different cutting boards. And these are just inexpensive little wood ones. They're obviously just for crafting. You can buy those at craft supplies. And those are those different ones there. So, scrapbook paper here. Everything else is paint and chalking. I think this is the, I just left this natural wood here. Put painter's tape down, and you can just, you know, paint on the other side of it. And so you have a nice crisp line. And these, and this one was done that way with painter's tape. Okay. And these most of them, well, that when I stained the back. Some of them I purposely left the edges unfinished so it has that contrast. And then some of them I actually painted out. Just depending on what I wanted it to look like. This just has the whitewash on it. So you just gotta experiment and have some fun. And those are the cutting boards. Alright, any questions? Let me get my... Good morning, Debbie. Hi, Vicky. Donna. First time watching. Well, welcome, Donna. Good morning. Hello, can you please tell us where you got those cute little cutting boards? I buy wholesale from Darice, D-A-R-I-C-E, which is a craft supply company. But they're probably in those, if you don't want to buy into bulk, I'm sure you can find them in craft stores. I haven't looked to see where you can buy them locally. but I buy, you know, hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. So Darice online, D-A-R-I-C-E. Check them out. You might be able to buy wholesale from them. Actually, I'm not sure. All right, this is a transfer we're going to do. The most important work you'll ever do is within the walls of your own home. Let me just lay that down. This was the board that I won. I actually I have this size of a board, but it's in the original Grayson frame. This is called the Sylvie. So the Sylvies they're the boutique board from Couture, but it has the wider frame. It's pretty cool. Oh goodness. I'm wrestling. Crash, crash, crash. Alright, here's my website. Speaking of chalking, chalkcouture.com/OdessaRose is where you can buy the Sylvie and all the transfers and all the chalk paste. Sylvie's came out, I think, in January. New style of frame. They come in a 9x12, which you can get black framed with a white surface, or you can get black surface with a white frame. Just in that size, I believe. Otherwise, they're all black with white frames in the 9x12, 12x18, 18x18 square, and the 18x24, which is what this is. Okay, so the best thing about boutique boards, and these are all boutique boards, everything you see here has this surface that is super great to chalk on, wash off, redesign, recreate over and over and over. You just clean it off every time. So usually I, only use these for surfaces I'm going to redesign on. I usually don't make anything too permanent on them, except for maybe the little ones. I might make those more of a permanent. But everything else, usually I just kind of keep for myself or sell to customers for them to recreate on. So you don't have to store a lot of products. Like the board and base is a boutique board. So these set this way or that way. And you can create on these over and over with our size A transfers. Super fun. So, A, make sure you got the top hangers, your picture hangers are at the top. So you know which one. Of course, you'll take these cardboard things off before you display your art piece. I'm going to leave them on just for protection right now. And I always think it's a very good idea to wash these first, because sometimes the chalk, there's maybe something on here, like a dust or something, you can't even see it, that the chalk paste won't stick to, it'll stick to it, but if you lay another transfer on top and you're doing layers of transfers, sometimes the chalk paste will stick to your second transfer and not to the board. And usually that happens on these boutiques, and it's because they were new and you didn't kind of wash them off. So if that makes sense. All right, I should pay attention. Good morning, Roxanne. How do you spell where you? D-A-R-I-C-E. Darice. Darice. I don't know how you pronounce it, but like I said, it's a wholesale company, and I think maybe you can buy wholesale from them. I'm not, or retail from them. I'm not sure. But I've seen their product in craft stores. Or just Google paper mache pumpkin, or paper mache leaves. All you have to do is, that's how I find stuff. I just Google it. If I don't find it in stores, and I want, I'm trying to find different shapes or whatever. You just got to do a little work. Alright, clean that off with a Clorox wipe, and I'm going to dry it real quick. Hi, Becca, Roxanne, Denise, Alice, Vicky, good morning. Joanne, hi. Hey guys, go Mayo. All these, it's kind of like, it looks so different. I can bring people on camera if I want to. I thought you could only do that with your Facebook friends. But it looks like you can anybody. That's interesting. Forest Leaves Patterns. Thank you, Vicky. That's the Forest Leaf Patterns. It's the pattern of leaves that I used on the green turquoise pumpkin and the scarecrow forest leaves. Okay, transfer. Also, I need to figure out what colors I want to do. I'm kind of probably going to go with blues and greens because that's kind of my colors in my, where I have my fireplace. So if I wanted to pop this up on the mantle, I'm probably going to want to have it match that room. So, just kind of going through. The navy probably will not show up on the black very well, so these are the two new blues, Lakeshore and Colonial Blue. This is Tide. Those three colors are pretty. I might then go to, say, Copper. This camel color, I love this camel and I love Dune. In fact, the Dune is getting really low. I've been using it a lot. But if you put that with your blues, it looks really pretty, as would the Copper. I think that's probably enough colors. I don't know if I'll use them all. Or you can do in the bark. So these are kind of the neutrals and the blues. We'll just stick with that for now and see what we want to do. You could almost do, you know, each line a different color. I have what? Well, these are kind of the same. These are very close to, even though this one's shimmer copper, they're very close in hues. The question is, do I want copper? I don't think I want to do copper. I'm kind of thinking about doing these 6. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's see. And I don't even know if I'll use Tide. I might just go with these really subtle colors. Like those. So I'm thinking bark, dune, and camel, and then lakeshore and colonial blue. The only thing is if I wanted to bring in a little bit of green, because I do have green in that room. I definitely have pesto in that room and eucalyptus. So if I wanted to bring in green, I'd probably bring in those 2 colors. You know what I haven't used? I don't think I've used shimmer olive, except for with my grandkids. I did a live with my grandkids last week or so, and we did use the shimmer olive with them. They did little Halloween signs. So I just saw that and remembered, oh yeah, we have shimmer olive. Not that I'm going to use it today, but I need to remember that. So what I might do is just pop in 1 line of green. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to open my paste and get them ready. And we'll be ready to go. Hi, Felicia. Yep, thanks, Vicki. There's the, Vicki posted the website for Doris. And like I said, I don't know if it's just wholesale or if it's retail and wholesale, both. I can't remember. Most of these pastes look pretty good to go. This one had a little bit of separation with some of the oils in it maybe, or just from the water, and I'm just going to mix those in really well. so it's pretty good. I think I've been using them a lot lately, so. Alright guys, probably should tilt this down a little bit. Let's see, you don't have to see all my junk over here. My piles. If you're not a Couture designer and you want to learn more about Couture, shoot me a message. Also ask to join my Hangout group, which right now the title is just Odessa Rose Creates, but I'm going to be adding the word Hangout to it here next week. I had to wait a couple weeks because I changed the name. So yeah, that's for non-designers, and that's where I offer designer kits and not designer kits, but try me kits and happy mail if you place orders and stuff like that. Alright, I got this peeled. I got sticky side up. It's very sticky. So I'm going to put some fuzz on it with the towels. Good morning, Vicki Lawson. I have a couple of towels here. I'm going to just add some fuzz to the back of this super sticky transfer so that it will lift up easier after I'm done chalking and not stretch out the transfer by pulling it too hard. You can see it's still pretty sticky. I can see the fuzz getting on it, so that's a big chunk of fuzz there I need to get off. Always works best if you use super clean towels, because these have chunks of debris on them that are sticking to my transfer. Need to give them a good shake before I put them on this big sticker. Okay, let's do this side. Need to give these a wash more often than what I do, probably. That's for sure. All right. Now when I get done with this, the best thing you could do is to fold it in on itself like this, sticky sides out, and just take it right to the sink, and preferably like a kitchen sink with a taller faucet, and run water over it so that helps it not be so sticky when it's wet. And then I start rubbing it, sticky sides out, and rubbing it and try to get the paste off. Then usually I just have it super wet and lay it on the counter, and then use my our chalk erasers, aka board erasers, and then take the super wet one and just wipe all the paste off as it's laying on the counter. And then once you get the paste off, and then rinse it again under the faucet. And then I lay it sticky side up on a towel. And just, sometimes I'll take another towel, this is sticky side up, and then just kind of push all the water off of it and let it air dry. So it looks like all the air pockets are out of this, so hopefully we'll have a good print. And now let's just decide on some colors. Like, I'm just going to throw that green in there. And probably start with the light color on top. I always feel the light color on top kind of catches your eye the best. And then I'm going to bring this back down probably. Also, I think a lighter color works best on smaller fonts, because you know, it gives it more of a chance for that font to pop out if it's in a lighter color. So I'm going to repeat this down here. I don't know if I'm going to use that blue. I might come back with this color and then maybe the blue again. So I'm going to paste and peel as we go. I'm going to do this, probably these two lines, and then I'll pick them up and lay it back down. This is Dune. You see how quick that is? All you gotta do. I always like to pick up all the extra. And we'll do this color, camel. Just need a little bit more on my squeegee. And we always pick up the extra chalk paste and put it right back in the jar, so we're not wasting it. Otherwise, it's just going to go down the drain. So pick it up, skim it down really thin. You don't want to leave it thick in it. You want it a thin coat. Okay, then we're going to peel that back. So just pick it up. You can see it's pretty tight on there. Okay, we got a good print. I'm going to just lay this back down. And we want to release that chalk paste out of the silk screen. That's why we do that. Otherwise your chalk paste, it dries pretty quickly. And if I didn't pull that up and I'm down here, by the time I got down here, that's going to be dried in the silk screen. And that's where it's going to stick, wherever it's drying. So if you don't do that and you're time you get down here and then you go to take it all off, you're not going to have a good print because it's all going to be stuck in the silk screen. So that's why you want to peel or paste and peel when you're working on a big project. Now we're going to add some pesto. It's a little bit darker color, so hopefully it'll show up on the black surface. Okay, and go back to the Dune. I'm going to do both of these lines. Now I'm probably not going to do camel here because I don't want it to look like I'm repeating a pattern. So I probably will switch this like that. Again, I'm going to peel these up. Oh, I could see where I missed a little spot on that end. There we go. Probably like that. One more big slip. Here we go. Colonial blue, I believe this is. Make sure you got all the silk screens covered, unlike I just did with the little N up here. I missed a spot, so. Okay, and back to camel. See if we can finish all these out without this way, since my squeegee is wider than my line. Okay. And that leaves green for the home. Pesto green. Let's get it down. All right. And we'll do it from this side so you can see it as we go. There we go. So like I said, I'm going to fold this in on itself, sticky sides out, and then I will take this to the sink, put it right under the water, get it all nice and wet, and then start rubbing it. And then I'll end up laying it on the counter and using the board eraser, which I think they should call chalk eraser, because I use them more on transfers than I do on boards. So it's kind of a chalk paste eraser. Okay, so that is pretty much it. I'm just going to let it dry. It's just easy and simple. I'm debating about toning this white down, maybe. I might do that someday. I don't know, I haven't decided. But, because it's really white. And you could do that with, you know, some watered down craft paint, or I'll probably use chalk paste, because maybe it would come off easier if I decided I wanted to paint it back to white. So easy, easy, easy. And this is the Sylvie board by Couture that we can recreate over and over and over again, which is what I love about the boutique boards. As long as you're not sealing it in, we're going to be able to wet this and scrape it all off and redesign on it. So I'll be changing it out. But I'm kind of thinking about changing my mantle, which still has my neutral patriotic designs on my board, on my mantle. But I'm thinking about, I have an old window, and I still have the blue, dark blue polka dots on it. So I'm thinking about creating something that can lean towards fall or late summer, but also just home related. So I'm going to try to work on something like that so we can redo the mantle. But not today. I got to get ready for our dinner tonight. We are going to make beef bowls, you know, like roast beef, potatoes and gravy and corn. I don't know if everybody will put it in a bowl, but that's kind of a, I don't know if it's an Iowa thing, because at the Iowa beef, or at the Iowa State Fair, at the Iowa beef restaurant, they make beef bowls there, and oh, you put a little cheese on it too. I don't think they put corn on theirs, but my husband loves corn with his mashed potatoes and gravy, so we'll have corn too. But hi Janet. And then Blair is going to make strawberry pie, and my other daughter Avery is going to just bring some salad, some spring mix salad, and all the toppings to go on our salad. So it should be a good dinner. But I've got to get the roast in the oven and put away all my Couture stuff and shipping boxes that are laying around. So I've got to get busy. But it's been so long since I've been on here, and I thought I'll just come on and show you a quick project and what I've been up to the last week or so with my projects. So thanks for joining me, guys. If you love what I do, please push that arrow button down below so other people can see the love of chalking and the craft of chalking. So I appreciate that. And if you're not a designer and you want to follow more of what I do, ask to join my group. I have two groups. I have my teen group, and then I have my other hangout group, which is for customers and or potential customers, and you can ask to join that. So I will chalk with you later. Thanks again for joining me, and have a great weekend. Bye.